Now, it may be tiny, but the honeybee is one of the most important creatures on the planet, and without it, the world as we know it would not exist. Gardener Paraic Horkan recently paid a visit to an apiary to find out why these insects are so important and why we should welcome them into our gardens.
It's autumn, but you may have noticed that bees are still visiting flowers in your garden. However, bees all over the world are in decline. And I've come today to St Anvil's Convent here in Dublin, in Goatstown, to talk to Gerry and Eamon McGee from the Irish Beekeepers Federation. And they're going to chat to me about the importance of bees in your garden and what you can do as a gardener to encourage more bees back into your garden next spring. Gerry, bees are so important to us in the garden, but they're also so important in the food chain. Tell us the importance of bees.
Yeah, well, bees pollinate most of our fruit crops, most of our fruits, most of our flowers. So with the result that if we didn't have the bees, we would have a very, very dark scenario.
Yeah.
Everything would be browns and blacks. We wouldn't have the reds and the blues and the greens, all those beautiful colours that we all see everywhere we go in the world. And they're all thanks to the pollination of the bees.
But plants, I suppose, like tomatoes, peppers, chilies,
yes,
apple trees that are behind us, they all rely on the bee.
They all rely 100% on the bees.
And bees are in decline throughout the world.
They are.
Why is that, Gerry? What's happening?
I suppose the principal reason is because of the modern day types of farming, the use of the insecticides, the pesticides, the herbicides and the fungicides.
Yes.
Misfortunately, all these are the bees don't like them.
They're contributing to
the decline of the bee population.
And what can the general public do? As gardeners, can we do to help the bees?
Well, it's very important that when people buy plants for their gardens, that they try and buy bee-friendly plants.
Okay.
Plants that produce a flower or a seed. Anything that produces a seed or a flower is very good for the bees.
And the bee produces this beautiful honey that we have here. But also, there's some great byproducts of the bees. I'm intrigued with the candles.
That's right.
And the other lovely wax products here.
Yeah, they're one of the byproducts of the hive.
This particular honey, Gerry, talk to me about this. This is the actual natural...
Yes, this is the natural honeycomb.
Okay.
And this is where the people ate it long ago. Again, in olden times, this is all they had. They just cut squares of it off, they put it on a plate in the middle of the table, and they ate the whole lot.
Fantastic. Okay, so you've Eamon standing ready for us to have a look at the working hive. So let's take a look at that now.
Okay.
How many bees are contained in a hive of this size?
This time of the year now, there's probably down to about 30,000 or so.
Okay. You're going to use the smoke to keep them quiet?
The smoke is a traditional thing in the sense that they think there's a forest fire, so they kind of gorge themselves on honey, and they should leave us alone.
And these are the actual frames where the honey is stored?
Yeah. So like I'll just show you now, this is autumn stuff. This is coming in just starting to go in from the ivy now, and
well, you can see the lovely honey all along here. That's beautiful. For in one box, how many pounds of honey?
You could get 35 to 40
pounds of honey. Wow.
Yes.
I'm just admiring the lovely honeybees here on your arm. Can you tell us what's the difference between a honeybee and a wasp? How would I know the difference?
They separated millions of years ago. They're a different colour, they're a little smaller, they're dark, they're the native dark Irish bee we have there.
Right, so they're completely different.
They're completely different. Yeah. You could say the wasps were the Kilkenny colours.
Okay, so the bee is our friend?
The bee is our friend.
Pollinates the flowers?
Yeah, we do say they're not aggressive at all. They have defensive traits.
Okay.
In other words, if you go at their hive, obviously they were being a little bit intrusive.
Yeah.
But they're not aggressive in any way. Bees, when they're foraging on flowers, absolutely no problem.
They're minding something else. Can you show me a queen bee? I'd love to see a queen bee this morning.
I can show you right away, Paraic.
Eamon, that's the queen, is
it?
It?
You can see the queen is a little bit bigger.
So these are all the little eggs that she's laid.
They were eggs. It takes 21 days to go from an egg you might see in one of those little cells there.
Okay, fantastic.
And then the adult bee then emerges
from there. Isn't that
on
fantastic?
21 days.
And she will lay up to how many thousand eggs over the summer?
In midsummer she can lay 2,000 eggs a day. Now she's she's a serious egg-laying machine, basically. Yeah. She does nothing else. The bees feed her, clean her, and in fact she lays 4 times her own body weight in the day.
Well, look, it's been a fantastic morning. So thanks a million for such a great show. Thank Gerry and Eamon. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Paraic.
So there you have it. Bees aren't just important for producing honey and wax products, they're also essential in our food chain for producing apples and for producing many berrying plants. If you want to do your bit for the honeybee, then now is the time to plant plants in your garden. Plants like this beautiful anemone, Cinderella, lovely dwarf variety. Plants like the lovely cyclamen, which will flower through the winter. Michaelmas daisies, which are beautiful at the moment. A great plant called Rudbeckia, which flowers the whole summer long. And lavender, a great plant that flowers from early June right through till early winter. You can do your bit for the honeybee by planting plants like these at this time of year to flower next spring and summer to help the honeybee in your garden.
Next time one of them comes into the house and you go around chasing them with a rolled up newspaper, remember, they're important. Save them, don't be killing them.